Hello there, world of tankers. Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about the Waffenträger Alf E100, a Tier 10 German autoloading tank destroyer. A vehicle that a lot of you have probably wondered what the heck is going on with it. Well, today, I finally have some news, answers, and some changes to its statistics. Gonna be honest, Wargaming is making this vehicle broken. And broken in the terms of overpowered. Now, that's not to say that the driver of this vehicle is going to have an easy time. Just like the FE4005, which is a tricky tank to drive, also features an unfair mechanic, which means you can deal 1640 potential damage in like 5 seconds with shell reload boost. Well, Wargaming said, you know what? We don't have enough super stupid kill you from full health tank destroyers, so let's add another. And we have the Waffenträger Alpha E100, which they added shell reload boost and reticle calibration to. I'll be breaking into everything about this vehicle in today's video, but first we're going to talk about the new news when it comes to its release. If we take a look on Illustrator here, we can see two things. First of all, we have this. It has a new name, the Waffen F 1.0. I don't know why they changed the name, but that is the name. It can be found in crates with a 0.1% drop chance. Yes, you heard that right. And you know Wargaming is going to heavily monetize the crap out of this tank. There are also no charms. After opening 10 crates with a 0.1% drop chance, obtain a single crate with a 3% drop chance. Event will be the same format as the Rammer event. The vehicle will come with shell reload boost, reticle cali, and will have the option of 2 guns, which we will be showcasing in just a moment. But yes. Getting your hands on this vehicle is basically impossible unless you spend most likely hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And yeah, it makes sense. I knew that Wargaming was going to be a bunch of cringers when it came to this vehicle. I was really hoping that this would be the Blitzfair release, but knowing how much Wargaming can heavily monetize this vehicle, they probably thought, why make it the Blitzfair tank when we can make it even cringer? So yes, that is why the vehicle is in such stupid crates. We can see a timer will appear in the garage soon. It will count down to number 1 on January 15th of 2025 and display XXX afterwards. Not entirely sure what the timer could be for, maybe for the launch date of the Waffenträger event. It's possible. It could also be the launch date, which I might be guessing, for the Rheinmetall Panzerwagen line. Usually Wargaming likes to release a new line in January. That's usually how it works. But I guess we'll see. I really don't know what Wargaming has in store for us. With that being said, we're going to take a look at the statistics of this vehicle, and you're going to see why the tank is stupid. First of all, we have the armor. This is not similar armor to that of a Waffle Panzer IV. The Waffenträger Panzer IV has a super weak turret, and this tank does as well. Against AP, you're going to pen it every single time. But here's the deal. High explosive is not going to be that easy. If it's aiming at you, there are a couple spots you can pen. We have the top bar, which is only 11 millimeters thick, and we have the 2 parts underneath the gun, and also this flat plate here. But if you miss, you're not going to deal anything, because these plates are upwards of 95 to 114 thick. So yeah, in reality, this is not as weak as a waffle when it comes to the armor on the turret. It's not just an easy HE, which it should be, but it's not. Not only that, but the upper plate on this vehicle is based off of an E100. The name of the vehicle is Waffenträger Alf E100. So because of that, we can see that it has the hull of an E100, which means the upper plate on flat ground is about 310 millimeters thick. Yes, you heard that right. If this vehicle is just slightly angling like this and rolling around a corner, the sides are an auto ricochet, the track wheels are super thick, and the upper plate's going to be upwards of 378. You can't pen it even with heat. Yes, you heard that right. This tank will get bounces. What a great design. The lower plate is worth 144 millimeters as well, so you're not able to HE it anywhere frontally, and I bet this tank is going to get a lot more bounces than it really deserves. And then we have the gun. Let's take a look at the gun on this vehicle. Now you have 2 options. You have a 5 shell or a 3 shell. Let's start off with the 5 shell. Let's properly equip the vehicle. So we're going to put on calibrated shells. We're going to do refined gun, improved assembly, toolbox, engine accelerator, and consumable delivery system. With this on the vehicle, you have 2,850 damage per minute. Pretty solid. It's the lowest for a tank destroyer in tier 10, but it's still plenty of damage per minute in the tier as it is. The vehicle features a 3-shell clip with a 29-second reload. But to make up for that, the vehicle has a 3.53-second entry clip at 570 damage per shot. Yes, you heard that right. This vehicle basically has the same damage as a grill, except it gets 3 grill shots in a matter of 7 seconds. But it gets better, because it also features, as I mentioned, shell reload boost, which makes the overall clipping go from 3 seconds, 3.5, to 2.47. Yes, doesn't that sound good old fair and balanced? That means that you can dump all 3 shells in around 5 seconds, dealing 1,710 damage. 1,710 in 5 seconds. What are we thinking, wargaming? And not only that, the vehicle is high explosive, which does 870 damage. If you pen HE in this vehicle, you can deal 2,610 damage in a clip, which means that if you get to the rear of most tier 10 heavies at T110 E5, in E4, E3, you will full clip them from full health to 0 in a matter of 5 seconds. You can full clip an light tank like a T100 LT if you get the rear of it, or any light tank at that if you get the rear of a Bat, Chatillon. Basically anything that you can pen high explosive on, you're going to completely nuke from the game immediately. The vehicle also has crazy good pen. Its standard penetration is 292. The gold is almost 400 millimeters, and even the high explosive is upward of 80 millimeters. The vehicle is decently accurate. 0.3 dispersion when running refined gun. Its on-move dispersion values are pretty solid, although its turret on dispersion is pretty bad. But that's alright. You can put on reticle Cali, giving you 0.194 dispersion. And then you don't have to worry at all, because your aiming time is less than 1 second. Wow, isn't that fun? It also reaches a top speed of almost 40, and has a power to weight ratio that is pretty damn good. It's 17.7 on hard terrain, 13.6 on medium, and I should also mention the best terrain resistances in the game. So it's not slow. It does 1,700 damage, and it does it in 5 seconds. Yeah, that sounds really fair. Good job, Wargaming. I truly love when you guys try to balance tanks. It shows just how much you understand the game. But as I mentioned, there's 2 gun options. So we also have a 5-shell autoloader, and this one is also incredibly cringe. See, this gun is going to be able to permanently track players. You've probably all seen clips of like old Quickie Baby videos on the Waffenträger WT E100, where you would shoot somebody in the track and just go bam, 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 and kill them from full health. Well, that's what this gun's going to be able to do. You have a 5-shell gun, which has 340 damage per shot. In total, you deal 1,700, so the same as the other gun. The difference is that this gun has a 1.8 second entry clip. That's the same as an M5-Yo or M6-Yo with the double shot gun. Once again, you can run shell reload boost, making that 1.3. So that means this gun is able to deal all of its damage in around 4-ish seconds, right? Yeah, in around 4 seconds. It's almost the same clipping time as the other gun. But because you have more shells, it means that if you activate Reticle Cali and you, let's say, hit a heavy in its track wheel, you're going to absolutely beam it to death. The vehicle has more pen with this gun at 302 millimeters, and the heat, it doesn't actually have heat, it has APCR with 378, so this gun definitely has better penetration values. The HE clipping damage is much worse at only 2,000 versus the 2,600 on the other tank. Clip reload is the exact same, DPM is basically the exact same. Accuracy-wise, let's take a look at what we have here. Its base dispersion is better. Its on-movement dispersion is the same, however. So if I'm going to be entirely honest, the smaller 340 Alpha gun, I don't really see a reason to use it. Seems kind of just flat worse because of the HE damage potential, because of the fact both guns have the same reload, but one has flat more damage per shot. I will not be running the 4-shell, 5-shell gun on it. I just don't see a reason to. But I think with the 3-shell, this vehicle is entirely overpowered, and I'm absolutely baffled at the decision-making from Wargaming to allow this vehicle to deal such a high amount of damage. I think they should have given it a 2-shot gun with 570 Alpha, not give it shell reload boost, and at least then it would have been pretty cool, but they would have been like, we already have the Foch, can't do that. Yeah, well, here we are. And this is what happens. 1700 damage in 5 seconds, guys. That sounds really good for the game. I can't wait for it to get released. The only good thing about it is the tank is huge, and it's going to be very, very easy to counter. It has pretty poor camouflage values, as we can see, meaning that the only way you're going to get away with using this vehicle is in the back of the map. So if you try to use it frontline, you're not going to get away with it. It doesn't have much gun depression either, 6 degrees over the front. However, 8 degrees over the sides, so you will be able to use it pretty flexible if you angle it properly. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this tank. Again, I don't think it's going to be necessarily an overpowered tank to drive. I don't think most people that get it are going to do too well in it. But it's the fact that you have the ability to kill almost a full health tier 10, and on average, you kill a full health tier 9. Most tier 9 mediums and tank destroyers have 1600 health. You literally kill a full health tier 9 in this vehicle. Yeah, Wargaming, good job. Either way, hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.